Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Manic moment.
What we will do. By the power of Grayskull! By the power of Grayskull! Here is what we will do.
Thank you, sorceress.
Sorceress, can you hear me? Tell me where you are. Sorceress, sorceress, can you hear me?
If I hear you, He-Man, you're trapped in a timeless dimension.
Here is what we will do.
Welcome one, welcome all to the ship. We used to call it the mothership, but that name's sort of been like taken lately. You know how it is on Earth. Anyways, oh my God. So I just came back from Masters of the Universe movie, and I got home right now, bro. And so we decided to go ahead and Skeletor up with a little stream, a little surprise whipped cream stream for the boys and girls now. She-Ra, Easter egg. No spoilers on this stream tonight. Don't worry, kids. We're not going to spoil anything. And even if we do give an opinion, which I believe the masses must know, even with no spoilers, so they all know spoilers, let it be known, no spoilers. We might say things that may be in the movie, but trust me, they're not a spoiler, all right? Like a spoiler. So just because something might sound like, he's talking about cringers in the movie, we must not hear this. This is going to be a spoiler. Change this guy. Instead of doing that, give me a thumbs up and hang out with the pips. All right, and then we go. Oh my God. So I just got home from Masters of the Universe right now. Let me just start at the top, because we have a whole show planned for you that we don't even know how we're gonna jam-pack this into an hour. Might be 3 hours, or it might feel like 2 minutes, and the hour might fly by. We don't know. We'll see. All we know is that we have quite the show lined up for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let it be known tonight is June 5th, Friday, opening night of Masters of the Universe. I could see better without my glasses. That was what I was doing. I was just killing some time there to like try to see if I could see this, because you don't know what you don't know what I'm looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know. I'll give you a little sneak peek. So you're chilling. Bam! That's it. That is merchandise from today's movie, and we're going to talk about that also. Specifically, how there is no sword in that Merch Cam Live View feed box. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that for sure. Okay. Jesus. Stranger. See, he's up there. All right. Let's give it up for Masters of the Universe, the movie, okay? I give it a fully charged Fuakata. A Fuakata. Yep. We give it actually 2 Fuakatas. You know what? Okay. I think it's a 3 Fuakata for sure, okay? Now that is a power-up right there, a triple. Which, funny enough, if you watch many of the cartoons, you will note that in season 1 there are many mixes of different openings, and these openings vary by the way that the Fuakata affects He-Man. For instance, in the beginning, the Fuakata was very faint and you could barely hear it. Then, the next time He-Man turned to He-Man, you heard the Fuakata. But then, one time, they were like, oh yeah, no, it was in the middle of the show, like during the episode. Sometimes they would switch it up, and since they always had to use the same, they didn't have to, but that's what they did. They always used the same animation cell of him transforming. This one right here on the right, as you see, we have captured perfectly the frame where He-Man transforms into aforementioned He-Man. So, yeah. We're going to dissect that frame by frame. But just understand that in animation, sometimes you need to do things fast, and it takes a long time just to do something very small. So these guys figured it out, and somehow here we are, still burning our money on it and friggin' frothing at the pants. So, yeah. The merch tonight. Well, actually, this afternoon. Do you believe it was opening day, Friday? And I got a matinee ticket just to be sure that I am there in the first show of the official opening night. And you know what happened? I said, "May I have a sword, please?" And they were like, they had no clue of how to even react to me. Because I must have had the most little sad kid, like crying, like face ever. Because if there's anything that has brought out my childhood, it has been like things like this, you know, these kind of nostalgic things when you look back and you're like, I remember eating Doritos and watching DuckTales. That makes me feel good. So, you know, they say, always go through your happy places, right? So, you know. Anyways, we have a whole bunch of cool stuff lined up. A little bit of blunders, Maxine. You know, we're gonna chase that 300 ELO, baby. Yeah, we're gonna do that 300 tonight. Hopefully, we will do it. We'll get to 300. You know, keep in mind it is bullet, so they are only 1 minute games, and it's not easy. And sometimes we blunder hard because we're trying to play real cool chess. And wait a minute.
By the power of Grayskull.
You thought it was all gonna be like not He-Man. No. It totally is gonna be about He-Man. Even when we play bullet chess and we start pulling over some of these people making these abomination moves, we're gonna get right on their tail and spank their butts. And most likely we will just be playing against ourselves and AI because sometimes I don't even know, because I've never seen anybody that could play chess like that. But then again, it's bullet, and sometimes the worst moves I've seen happen from me. Right, Skeletora? That's Ava rocking the Skeletor mask. We found that, and we made out of a brown paper bag that we got from our groceries today. Seriously, Amazon, by the way, the people that made this film too, you know, one of them, are like sending groceries in bags with Skeletor. And I like totally cut it out because it actually said like, hey, cut this out. And I was like, what am I going to put it on? We put it on our robot that never moves because that's what she's paid to do. Anyhow. Oh my God, the movie. I don't even know where to start. What is this Church of Eternia thing, you ask? What is this? Oh, okay. You don't even know. This Church of Eternia thing. Wait, it's probably better if I go. This Church of Eternia thing is what I have concluded after arriving from watching Masters of the Universe June 5th opening night. And let me just tell you, I came home, I prostrated, I laid before my God, I then rebuked him, and then I immediately formed the Church of Eternia. Actually, no. Look, if you don't believe me, bro, just go ask Adam, alright? Nobody believed him here that he was fucking He-Man, and then he was like totally fucking He-Man. I know because I was there. So, I like the movie. I love the movie, actually. The movie was actually really good. So many questions. Let's see what the audience is saying. Question number 1. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. Will they be okay, by me going and taking them? The answer is no. Stay the fuck home. If you have to ask, stay the fuck out of there. They're not going to understand shit anyways. And they're going to ruin it for all the 50-year-old bearded men who are there to hold and sway and lift and raise their swords that they didn't get, AMC. Oh, I wasn't going to say that. But you know what? This is a live stream. Sometimes things come out. And I will say that I was able to find a nice little something. Because, of course, I should find something. It's opening day. Let me separate the meat from the bone here, people, okay? I'm not talking about, like, this is Saturday or the day after opening day. This is literally opening day. And then, so, it's a Friday, right? Now, let's not talk about preview night. Of course, I know there's a preview night. But here's the thing, AMC. If you're saying Friday, June 5th is the day that it opens, and then the day that it opens, somebody buys a ticket for the first show, the one where the sun's still up, all right, and is the first one to get to the actual theater and to the cashiers. And you destroyed a little boy's dream inside me. You destroyed a little boy. Because that is all I wanted. And now, because of that, we're going to show on this channel how to create your own sword. Not only by the 3D printed like designs that we have that we could easily share, and you could find that anywhere. But by actually building one and eventually showing you some of these streams or maybe just some BTS of the sword and how it's coming. I have chosen since you know what? Let me not even. Don't even get me started. Because my blood starts boiling. And it's not funny. It's actually very fucking, concerning that a person like me can put yourself in this situation. You work 9 to 5. You gotta take a day off to go see this thing because you might not get a sword or there might not be anything on Saturday or even Friday night. So you go through the effort of saying should I go to Thursday preview night, which I can buy this ticket right now, and then or on opening night. And as far as I know, some theaters on preview night, they're supposed to put a limit on everything. So they told me they only got a certain amount last night, Thursday, and that they all sold out of the swords. So I'm like, what? Last night was Thursday. You do know, sir, you do know it's Friday and it's opening night. All the billboards and shit say today. How the fuck on today? I'm the first one in the theater to the first show, the day show, not the night shows. And you don't have a fucking sword. I was like, seriously, bro, tell me, where's the sword? Where are the swords you're hiding? Nope, apparently they didn't have any. They didn't have shit. They didn't have much. And I was like, what could have possibly created this? And then this is something that we've seen. These, how do you call them? I would say parasitic human beings of society in the Pokemon world too, that literally, and anywhere, you just, scalpers, all these tickets, all these tickets that are sold and pre-sold for opening night, and you gotta keep some stuff for opening night. It wasn't even opening night is what I'm trying to say. Even if I went tonight at night to the opening, day, nighttime shows, and I would not have gotten a sword, I would have understood. Maybe I would have understood. but not the first game. And you know what all they had to say when I asked like 3 or 4 different people, and I didn't want to like, that's why I'm doing this here, okay? Because if you're out there and you're listening to this and you went and you didn't get a sword or a cringer or something, and that's all you went for and all you literally wanted, it's gonna like hit you, right? When you're like, but I sold my wife and I sold my car and my house and everything so I could get it tonight and go to the movies. I would have understood if it was like Friday night. I would have understood. But for it to be the first show of opening day and in that theater, and that theater has no more swords, come on, man. They're weak. They're weak. Either the staff is weak. I mean, they're young. Not saying young people are weak. Of course not. Young people are strong, you know, too. But weak a little bit up here maybe, because, you know, I did ask some of them, like, through human interaction and like actually speaking with my voice and not through some sort of device. I asked them, how could you have sold out all of them like last night? And they didn't know how to respond to that. They were like, all I know is that we only had 10. And I'm like, 10 for yesterday or 10 for every day? They're like, no, 10, that's it. That was all of the inventory of swords. We only got 10 swords in, and we don't get any new ones. I'm like, what? So anyways, I'm not totally devastated. I'm disappointed, very disappointed with this theater chain who has already been failing for such a long time. And just the box office itself. There's so many theaters everywhere. Theaters are like the most awesome, some of the most like city and town, most awesome, one of the most awesome things you can do, especially on an event like today. How the hell are you not going to have a sword? No, and here's the thing. So the whole time that I'm there, that I'm like, okay, like whatever, let me just get what do you have left? And they're like, oh, there's one more Skeletor bucket over there. And I'm like, phew, phew. I'm like, here. They're like, ring me up. That's my kidney. Here you go. And and I'm like, how much is the sippy cup? They're like, $7,000. I'm like, oh, take it. And so, you know, I'm operating from a ship here that is constantly moving. I went to Earth. Yes, I saw the movie. I really liked it. Not only did I see the movie, but before I saw the movie Earthling, I simulated 35 years of life and watching He-Man at the beginning of that life, and then fast forwarded it, and then that's when I went to watch the movie. So I understand exactly how you Earthlings feel about watching this movie. Now, what is the Church of Eternia? Oh my God, so many things. Okay, so the Church of Eternia basically is bullshit, okay? It's like a fucking joke, an inside joke that me and my friend had, and that I went and said, I'm going to form a church. I'm going to form a Church of Eternia. And put this out there on like Craigslist or something and see what happens. And oh my God, we almost were murdered. Okay, no, okay. it was pretty bad, but that's because it was so believable. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm just saying that because I want to take it off because I'm still not done. Okay, I'm about to show you the beautiful merchandise that I did get. Now, that's not a pat on the back for the merch people, because who's really at fault here? Here's the thumbnail. Who's really at fault here? Is it A, put this in the comments, the people that created the merchandise? I don't think it's Mattel, and if it was Mattel, like, shame on them. You know, like they could be using all the recycled plastic for that. B, that's another point. The sword was the most expensive thing. It was a $50 cup. Okay. And I was gonna get to put one right here on this nipple and one right here on this nipple. I was like, last night I was like in Zen mode. I was like praying to Orko, like, oh, tomorrow, good vibes. I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna get a sword. And I don't know if it's that I jinxed it, you know, but for me to be thinking that, I'm a logical mind. So for me to be thinking that, then something already has to be computing of like, there's a possibility there may not even be any on Friday night. And I was like torn between going Friday or Thursday. I said, if I go Thursday and I go early, usually my experience has been that there's a limit of products. Like in other past things, like, you know, Mortal Kombat. When the last Mortal Kombat came out, all the cool cups and figure, you know, all that stuff. Same thing. I was like, you know what? I think I have a better chance on going on actual opening day and on the first show at a theater, in my local theater. Because there's absolutely no way that they cannot have at least one sword for merch, since it's the first show of the official opening day. They might have a limited, if they even do give them out on preview night, they're, you know, let people buy them, they might have a limit, because that's what you're supposed to do. And that's the part that I was pissed at. But I was not about to go get, you know, Karen husband on people in a theater, you know, this middle-aged guy like, hey, well, yo, man, you all got that sword. You wanna fuck with me? Huh? You wanna fuck with me? Huh? You know, and like not cool, you know. So I was praying to Orko. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna take this off. Let me take this off because I am so mad that like I gave everybody the night off here. Kermit's off, Chad, Steve, Lisette, Lynette. You know, all the fly girls, the dancers, everyone. And just wanted to come here and let you know that we saw the movie and it was great. I'm not gonna give any spoilers. But did we answer the question of is it suitable for kids? Okay, so this lady asked me like, there's a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I was like, it's good, you know, good chance that to them there might be some scary parts. Like, for example, when the dead guy with the fucking skull for a head like comes out and like is like super like highly detailed now, like goes or something. Most likely he's gonna do like a evil villainy thing, right? A evil thingy, and that thingy may traumatize your kids for the rest of their lives. Now, I saw Flight of the Navigator when I was young, and also like Die Hard and things like that. Not two movies that don't go like really together as far as like age appropriate, but I did Return of Oz. That's another one of those 80s. Yes, Return of Oz. We should do a whole stream on that. That's a good idea. But yeah, I remember some movies when I was little were scary. And there were some parts that I'm like, all right, yeah, like this is weird. You know, like I said, no spoilers or nothing. But yeah, I think it's maybe it depends on like how you have, I guess, your upbringing, right? Because it might be appropriate for like age 10 and up. But I mean, if you're just dragging your child and you're really the fan, go ahead and make it a friend thing. Go with your friends, you know, instead. It might not be for your kids, you know, or alone even if you have to. The new movie is it's pretty fresh, you know, and there's I did say in the previous streams, a couple of the He-Man ones, I think I did 2 previous ones leading up to this, that to go easy on the movie makers, because we have, as fanatics, our expectations are way too high. And then as I got closer and closer and closer to like today, I was like, have I made a huge mistake by like not going and getting a sword? Because I go on Facebook and then you see all these groups, same shit. Some people, like, as of Wednesday, are like, look at my merch. Look at what I got. I got a sword. I'm like, Wednesday? What the fuck? So, and then I'm going to tell you about the Hero poster. Actually, I'll just tell you this now. Some Hero guy was like, look, I just spoke to like Regal Cinema. He's the hero of the people that didn't get a sword. And they said they're going to reorder, and it might take like 2 weeks. They weren't expecting, they were waiting to see, you know. I knew the sword was going to like be a thing, you know. And so anyways, this guy's like, so for all you scalpers out there that got that and like cringers and you know before, and maybe or may not have seen the movie, they didn't even watch the movie, fuck you. You know, Regal says they're gonna have more in 2 weeks. You could pre-order yours now, a limited kind, and it's gonna be the same price, I believe. And so these scalpers that got like 3-4 swords, or you know, the people that work there, let's be honest, all right? Look, this is AMC, a huge chain. There's absolutely no reason for them to not be completely prepared with a protocol that says this is going to be, for some people, really epic, like Star Wars for the first time kind of epic, okay? You know, have some rules like preview night. Don't fucking have, you know, don't give away the fucking whole farm. You know, like be like, hey, we can only use it. So, you know, when somebody said, oh, we only got 15 at the theater after the movie, I asked, we only got 15 and they were gone like super quick. I was like, really? Like, that's interesting. I just remembered that when I got my Skeletor popcorn, I literally walked in, just told the girl standing in the inside there, I like the hostess, whatever you want to call it, like, where's concession? And it's like right there. And I without showing her anything, I'm like, is there like I scanned this, right? This is my ticket, blah blah blah. She was like, yeah. And I went to concession and I was like waiting. There were like 4 people in front of me going to see some other movie. So I'm like, all right. So far, the 3 people in front of me, I was like the 3rd or 4th one there, is not buying anything of like Masters of the Universe. I'm like, all right. No, for sure. Okay, so literally, I'm going to be the first one to like buy a ticket right now because the doors just opened. This is the first movie of the day, Masters of the Universe showing of today, opening day. Even if they have like a sticky sword, I'll take it. Sticky sword, you only have 1 left? Oh, bro. Make it rain. Absolutely. All day. Because, yeah, I find it very hard to believe that you only had 15. And without even validating if people went to the theater. Sorry, I'm jumping all around here, people. You know, it's like Friday night and just saw, you know, He-Man this afternoon and haven't really thought this out. And I kind of had a script. And this is probably just part 1 of part 2 anyways, you know, like tomorrow, Saturday, I'll do a part 2. And if needed. And which I think there will be, because we're going to actually dissect some animation stuff from the cartoon and like try to break apart some of the sound to try to reconstruct. I already did, like, reconstruct the entire like cartoon intro theme song, but recreate it. And you might be asking yourselves, why
did I need to recreate it? Because one day I had an idea of doing Adam, the I am Adam, Prince of Eternia thing, you know, introduction of He-Man, in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice. And I was like, I need a backing track for that. And so the instrumentals, you could get the instrumental of the cartoon song, but they don't come with the sound effects that happen, that they, you know, edit into that with based on the animations and the explosions and sparks and stuff, right? The Fuakata, right? And look, let me show you what the Fuakata, where it is. I'm gonna accent it right there. Oh man, it's fun. But yeah, that's that frame right there. And it's just a very awesome sound. It's from the Hanna-Barbera library, actually, from a sci-fi library of sound effects that they had like back in the day, Hanna-Barbera, which is has nothing to do with Filmation. But anyways, so yeah, we might need part 2 for that, because today, my friends, it's all about today. I don't have anything like big or anything. I'm looking for something. I'm like, show them some merch. So I'm not gonna lie, the Skeletor skull is awesome, and that up there is the cup, the He-Man cup. And you know, one of the, I guess the manager, when I was waiting for popcorn, because they're like, you don't have to put popcorn in there if you don't want to mess it up. I was like, great. And they were gonna get me a paper one. You know, he was like nice enough to say, he repeated again the, oh, we only got 15 that someone else told him, like word for word, which was also like, is this like a inside thing? You know, is that why? How the hell don't you have swords? How the hell don't you have swords? What did you do? What did you do to not have the most coveted of all on opening day first show at that freaking place? By the way, tonight's show is brought to you by Coca-Cola. As you know already, Coca-Cola is the cola of the cuckoos. How in the living heck do you not have the sword? So let me tell you what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make my own sword. I'm actually gonna put like voodoo and magic into it so that it actually becomes a power sword. And I'm going to go back to that theater and I am going to say, by the power of Grayskull. Nah, I don't know. Look, do you guys think that like people at the theater were like in on that? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, leave it in the comments. Like, what did you find out there? Because us true Eternian devotees, you know, all kind of expect the sword, but the point is, I get if like on Saturday there's no freaking sword on Saturday. Okay, maybe. So, okay, like I was even like, they'll probably run out maybe Friday night. For sure, they're not gonna do all the swords or all of one item in on preview night. It's only like maybe you give away one, like whoever comes first, or you give away 3. If you only had 15, the protocol should have been 5. Do not give more than 5. Actually, the protocol should be like, this is a preview. You get to see the movie early before opening day, even though the public's open to like come on this day. But for watching it early, there is a price to pay. The price of watching it before everyone else is you can't fucking buy the promo shit. That should be the fucking protocol. That's what it should be. And it most likely is. It was just not enforced. Or there probably is a protocol about a limit. But there was no fucking limit because all the swords were gone on the first show. So that means yesterday, 3 things happened. A, employees all racked up because nothing says there's proof of like that. You know, everybody knew this was going to be a big thing. And who better than the people that actually fucking work there, right? That's just saying, I don't believe in conspiracies, but that could be like, you know, part of it, you know? So, okay, if you work at the theater and you can buy one and take one before anybody, okay, one. You're the manager, you've earned it. You've been working there for 7 years since you got out of high school, and now you are the manager. Fuck it. Of course, you get a fucking sword. And AMC and the merch people should actually be giving that out to like the managers and actually every employee. You mean to tell me that you couldn't make like 700 more of that fucking BPA, lowest grade, most likely like shittiest plastic en masse production? You couldn't make more, really 15? So okay, so I found that really fucking strange. You only had 15 and you gave them all away. You know, you let people buy them on preview night. You know, opening day is Friday, right? Preview night is preview night. Okay, so they didn't do, obviously they had no protocol. If they did, they broke it. And the limit was not respected. It was not enforced. And honestly, like I said, if you come on preview night and you want to see the movie before everybody, and anybody could really buy a, you know, like I said, I debated, should I go Thursday or Friday? But you know why I did not pick Thursday? Another part of the the reason. I said, I don't want to go on Thursday because if I get the toy, if I get the sword, you know, some people might not like that. I might get like hate vibes, you know, if nobody gets one on Friday. So I was like, no, that's impossible. So I don't want to be a douchebag. And of course they're gonna have one on Friday when they open the doors. They're like, we're open for business. I'm like, hey lady, where do you get the concessions? Is it open? Oh, okay, okay. 1, 2, 3 people went to other movies, bought their shit, and I'm like, one sword, and they're like, sorry. You know? And what makes it worse? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. What makes it worse is that in their evil plans, they don't even like hide the fact of how important the sword is in the movie. So imagine, I'm like, all right, I just sold all the cows, my horses, my farm. I sold my wife to some Asians, and all my property. I sold my car, and I gave a kidney to the Chinese, and well, I got the money for the sword and a ticket, you know, and like popcorn or whatever. I'm gonna do this. And that's the only like reason I went to the fucking theater, because I have a fucking theater in here, okay? Like, I told you, this is not as big as the, you know, Enterprise, but it's about half the Enterprise size of a ship. And so with some really good warp speed. And you know, basically, like, there's just so much to like possibly like speculate that I'm trying to like not fall into that, because anybody can just sit here and like speculate, you know. So let's break this down. Let's break this down. He said a possibility how there's absolutely zero swords on opening day, first show, open doors. at door opening. The people that work there. Okay, maybe not. What if they're the ones that didn't respect the limit, you know? Or what if scalpers, too, that's another reason, came. Now, why do I say that? Because somebody already like posted saying fuck you to scalpers that might have done that, which are just like, they buy this to make money. So you can't hate them for that, because we all got to do something for money. But, you know, a mosquito also has to like flap its wings, right? You can't hate it for flapping its wings, but they're still fucking mosquitoes. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't understand that sometimes the shit they're buying, they bought so much crappy plastic. Like shitty plastic. This is like the shittiest plastic. You know what? The Skeletor. And I know because I've seen photos already. Oh, okay. So still like on number 2, like on reason number 2 why there's a merch scarcity is I've seen people's posts as of Wednesday saying like, look at what I got. Like they got it already as of Wednesday. And I'm like, motherfucker, how did you? So let's break the second reason down into sub-bullet points, right? If there are scalpers out there and they're going to the movie theater and they're buying the shit and they're not watching the movie that day or at any point, fuck you. Okay? If you're going to the theater, you buy your ticket, but it's not for that day, and you were able to buy merchandise, you're cool, but fuck the fucking people at the theater, okay? Because like, don't give it all away. Don't give it all away. You know, like, have a fucking brain. That's why 1 and 2 are like, suspicious. So scalpers, right? If they're just doing it just for that and not watching the movie, like, that's fucked up. And I hope that they get stuck with all that ton of fucking shitty plastic, because to them, it's like, oh, I could sell this now for like $400 on eBay. For us,
By the power of Grayskull.
for us, it's that. Okay, it's that. Hey, man. I'm not pissed, man. I'm super happy about the movie. It was freaking awesome. And what I can get into that doesn't give you spoilers is how it, and not saying specifically how, okay, so for people that have not seen it, don't worry, but how it, you know, pros and cons without giving spoilers is it did bring back a lot of nostalgia. You know, I can talk about those things. And some cons are like how it deviates, without saying specifically how, from the canon that we know and already are used to. Like, for example, like with the Tila character, you know, for example. Not going to give anything away, so don't worry. But, you know, there's deviations that you're like, but she's not supposed to know that. How does she know that? Why does she know that in this version? You know, so, I mean, if you're going to do He-Man, go 100%. And let me tell you, the movie, it 100% delivered. Not going to lie. Okay? There's all these parts that people can pick apart, like, because of their personal beliefs or something, like a joke about someone's looks or something, you know, which I was observing the humans and how each one reacted differently. to the different little nuances and innuendos and, you know, nostalgic stuff and things that only like He-Man insiders know, you know, like I was like getting a kick out of all that too. It was really cool. But I must say, the saddest thing that I saw was another human being who came in after me after I had sat, who was basically voicing out loud to his family, which was consoling him of how, dang it, I can't believe they ain't got no sword. I was like, tell me about it, Billy. This is not cool. And he just kept on. He's like, how the hell they ain't got a sword? And I was so like tempted. I'm like, do I shout in the theater? I know. That also happened to me. Or do like I say it like in a normal voice, start a conversation from like 17 rows away? Like, is that gonna be weird? Is this what we're gonna do? Are we gonna fucking like storm the theater, like the front? Is that what we're gonna do? You know, calm down, settle down. It was quite the. I thought it was gonna be a battleground for the swords. That's why I got there. Opening day, first show, first person in the theater, first person to concession. Well, fourth person to concession. But the three that went ahead of me is because I saw they were non-threats. I'm like, these people are probably gonna watch like something with minions or some shit like that. I was like, off you go. And I was like, hee, I'm gonna get the sword. I'm gonna get the sword. Fuck you, Scalpers. I'm not gonna get it from you. They're gonna like redo them again, I guess, at some point, and you can pre-order them. Not that I'm going back, but it's a different theater chain, so maybe I'll go back. I don't know. Who do you think? So reason number one is possibly there were no more because theater staff racked them all up. Reason number two, there were no swords today, is Scalpers. And you know, since I did see people on Facebook posting like their merch before even going to the theater, and you ask, how do I know this? Well, because you can deduce certain things. For example, if a person posts like, you know, all the merch, like the bucket, the popcorn bucket, the sword, and you know, like on the floor of their house, and they're like, I was able to get a cringer and this and that. I can't wait for tomorrow to watch the movie. That to me says they went before watching the movie and actually going to sit down and watch it, which is already like a little like, really, bro? Really? Just like, so you're going after me, but you got the toy before? Okay, more power to those people, whatever. Those are not the ones that we owe a big fuck you to. So Scalpers does not mean people that actually went, you know, and just like thought ahead and were maybe, let's just call them maybe even smart enough because the theaters allowed it. Why else would it happen? The theaters allowed this, you know? Like, yeah, I know because like I said, when I ordered the stuff that I did get, the lovely merch there, you know, at no point had neither anyone else nor the person that was attending me, the cashier, say like, so are you going to buy this and then like walk right out of the theater to your car and go home? Because apparently like every fucking body did that. And to those that were coming back on another day, okay, so what, you got one up on the Scalpers? Like, how does this work? Like, who the fuck is in charge of keeping like a balance here of protocol? You know, like Scalpers or not, you come into the theater and you're buying like one of these coveted ass fucking shitty pieces of plastic, but that everybody wants to shove up their fucking asses and come to, I'm gonna fucking be like, it's basically like that's how coveted it is. And don't be getting any ideas, neither. And if you do, you didn't hear it from me. But these super like memorable collectible, that's what I wanted to say, collectible memorabilia that everyone's gonna love. The least you could do is say, can I see your ticket? Oh, you're not watching the movie? Okay, you this is for patrons. Oh, you are watching the movie? When? Tomorrow? Oh, okay. So when you come tomorrow and have your ticket for the show, you know, so that you and all other people at that same show can have some, you can get yours then. No, they weren't like that. They were like, yeah, sure. So that's probably what it is, you know, like it's probably a mix of 1 and 2, right? The possible conspiracies of the lack of merch. I mean, why else? Failure in protocol, abandonment of protocol, greed, thievery savviness, how to like outsmart thieves, and then just, you know, scalping. A little something for everybody, you know. So, fuck that. Go 3D print your own sippy cup that, you know, I thought was going to be cool. I was going to be presenting it here. You see, the Skeletor thing was really going to be a more vertical display there. And I had to throw together whatever the scraps I found. No, it's pretty cool. But the sword is obviously the coveted item. It was also the most expensive one, you know. And then, you know what's funny? Well, let me tell you first. The thing that's funny is that the whole time that I'm like, they're like, all right, watch the movie. Don't let the no sword thing fuck with you. This is gonna be awesome no matter what. You got yourself a Skeletor. Shut the fuck up. You're freaking like 90 years old, okay? Like, and the entire movie is like the sword, the sword, the sword, the sword, the sword, the sword. Adam, the sword. The sword this, the sword that. The sword, the sword, the sword. Oh, and the sword. And take the sword. And protect the sword. And don't let him get the sword. And run with the sword. And I lost the sword. And I gotta find the sword. And what? Like, what fucking sword are you talking about, bro? Nobody believes you. You're making these things up. And like, I found the sword. And then like, everybody wants the sword now, and oh my god, the sword thing and everything behind it is real, and the sword. Just like, twist the dagger more, why don't you? The whole movie, they're like, this is the most important thing right here up there in the world ever. The most important thing. And I'm like, well, this is gonna be real interesting to enjoy if they keep telling me how coveted and important the sword is over and over. But I did see a older grown ass man. Basically his family was around him hugging. It was this big guy, you know, Harry and the Henderson looking ass motherfucker. And he was like, I didn't get my sword. I can't believe it. And I even thought about getting two. I'm like, I thought about getting two and they were gonna let me. And I never for once thought that there was gonna be 0. So I said, maybe I won't get 2. Maybe I'll just get 1 and be happy with 1. I don't have to like, I'm not gonna be a reseller. No, I don't do that. I just want 1 and that's it. And I can die. I feel you too. He was like, I was gonna get Timmy one too. Timmy couldn't make it here because he's in the hospital doing this cancer treatment. But I was gonna get him one too. And I was like, like, I feel you, man. I feel you. And in times like these, I call upon the Church of Eternia to give me strength.
By the power of Grayskull.
It's still pretty cool. You know, the popcorn bucket, the He-Man thing with the loincloth. Like, you see that loincloth? They put a light behind it, so something blends into the loincloth. If you can see, we're gonna talk shit about the merch now because since I didn't get the sword, we're gonna have to like we're gonna have to tank. Let's tank the price of this shit, man. Because no, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, 80, 90, 150 years from now, I'm gonna be looking back and I'm gonna be like, I'm glad I got the Skeletor. I'm glad I got the Skeletor at least. And by then, for sure, like I'll have the actual sort of power like already made and shit. But look at that. Let me bring that closer to the camera. See if you could see that thing that, I don't know, it was something between his thighs. Like they said that too in the movie. Wait. I just noticed the silhouette of that. Bravo, creators of the toy. If you did a Little Mermaid thing there, very nice. I commend you. Bravo. Chef's kiss.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour,
That's the wrong movie, but it was supposed to be. But yeah, kind of weird. I'm like looking at it now. I'm like, you know what? I turned it on for like 2 seconds in the theater, and then I like turned it off because I was like embarrassed to be like my age and have a cuppy, little sippy cup that with a little light on. I'm like, turn it off. I'm an adult. Nothing to see here, people. Look away. Do not look at me because I'm gonna cry a lot. And I cried. No, I didn't cry. And the reason I didn't cry was because of the sword thing. I was like so fucking pissed throughout the whole movie. I'm like, I can't believe it. And they're like, the sword, you know, like every single second. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's just fucked up that on opening day, like if you're watching this like on a Saturday or 10 years from now, and you go on one of these days and there's no sword, okay, I get it. But on opening day, and not even like night, I went during the day. You know how hard it is for vampires to go during the day when there's sun out anywhere? It's not fucking easy. Not fucking easy. So what are you gonna do, huh? There was no swords. All the scalpers are like, haha, I have 7 swords. eBay. And nobody's gonna buy shit. And plus those swords are sippy cups. We can make stuff out of anything. A sword out of anything. Out of even wood. I'm gonna get some sticks. And I'm gonna get some rope. And I'm gonna tie it around me sticks. And I'm gonna make me sword. And cry. Cry. Just cry. No. We're not here to say like we're hurt because we didn't get a sword. We're hurt because all these people that scalp them are gonna like have to probably sell them for like $20. they were 50 at the theater. So when nobody buys from anybody who's like, hey, I got a sword for sale, but 120, 120, eh? Can you do 100? Can you do 100? Shut the fuck up. You and your foo-foo plastic stupid sword. You don't care about your sword. I don't care. I don't care. Take 150. Take my money. Take. No, don't do it. Restrain yourselves. Not only can I, but many people already out there have shown how to make your own sword of power. I was going to keep it clean. Keep it out of the schools. Keep it out of the women. Keep it out of the streets. And the fucking sword mafia here that we got to deal with in these times. Jesus. It was seriously something that most people that went today are going to experience. And even people that might go tomorrow. There's people that are going to go on Saturday and be like, already? There's no swords? Somewhere and many places. Because I was like, even like, thinking of going to like another theater. I'm like, the only reason I unfroze myself from cryostasis is to see this fucking movie and get this fucking sword. You know how hard it is to like refreeze yourself correctly so you don't die and you can keep traveling, for 150, 200 years. It's it could be something to look into. Yeah, look into it. It's not easy, and it's the only reason why I got up today. And yeah, so who knows? There's probably a couple of reasons like that why they didn't have swords today. Sorry that whoever else didn't get a sword. And if it's on a Saturday or something, like here I was thinking like, I'll be smart. I'll go on opening day. And then I even thought in question, I'm like, or should I go Thursday? I'm like, no, I don't want to be one of those scumbags that goes before like the opening day and like takes everything. Not that I was going to take everything, but geez, like I thought like even on opening night, I'm like, I'm sorry, on preview night, I'm like on Thursday night, they might only have one. That they give to like whoever's the first one there, because it's preview night. You got to give something up to get something. The thing you get from preview night is you see it before everybody else. Although anyone can buy that ticket, but many people don't know that, right? They're like, because they see all the advertisements that say like June 5th, coming to theaters, June 5th, Friday. So a lot of people don't know about preview nights. You could buy it usually the week of any movie that you can buy the ticket, not before, I believe. So it's like a short window, but leading up to opening day, you can buy a ticket for Thursday. And I saw a lot of people buying merch that weren't even going to the movies. You could tell just by the way they were talking in their posts. They're like, look at all the merch I already got. Thank God this place such and such had it. Woo! Now, whenever I actually go watch the movie, I'm going to have a sword. Like, that's weird, bro. If you went on a day that wasn't the day, and you're one of those people that went and you weren't a scalper and you got a sword, my sword, like, go ahead, bro. Go. Take the sword already to your house, and after it's in your house, adult man, take this plastic sword back with you to the theater to watch He-Man, bro. Okay? Like, do that. Like, yeah. Like, by all means, bro, go ahead and show everyone what you're made of. Then, I guess take the plastic sword you bought at a theater, the shitty plastic sword, that you took out, take it back. That's like if I fucking bought an M&M's and I'm like, M&M's, yeah, so delicious. And then, instead of throwing away the empty pack, let me keep it. I go home. I buy like a ticket for another movie. I go back to that theater some days later, and I'm like, hey, you remember that empty M&M's box? Right here, I have the M&M's. Bitch, go ahead. Do it. It doesn't matter, because you're not the people that are like taking the larger quantities. Because how the hell is there not even one on opening night at a theater? You know, I don't know. I kind of go back to the first reason again. The first conspiracy, some insiders, because some of the, I said I asked a lot of different people at different times. Like when I got out of the movie, I asked different people, same questions. And one when I said like, hey, is it true that you really have no swords and you ran out of all of them last night? He just started licking his lips. I was like, sorry. Do you need like a heat lamp or something? Like, are you uncomfortable? Can I provide to you some water or something? How about some mealworms? Because it was just like, I was like, okay, all right. I was like, hey, so when are you going to get swords again? Someone else was like, we don't. That's it. This is like promo stuff. And when we get it, once it's gone, it's gone. And yeah, everybody took it last night. And I'm like, oh, yeah? Everybody? I'm going fucking crazy. And like, I'm here to console everyone else. Don't worry. You're not alone. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'll give you a topic. The sword is neither a real sword, nor does it have any power. Discuss. Yeah. So anyways, we're going to make a super awesome, better power sword of power. And move on from the merch topic, and just let's see what the people who made this. Who were the people that made the He-Man toys? Was it also the toy company Mattel? Was it Mattel? No, right?
Back up.
Let's see. African Universe Theater made it. Mattel produces the mainline figurines, replicas, and other open market. Masters of the Universe Theater merchandise is primarily made by Mattel. Okay, so if Mattel didn't make enough swords, that somehow this theater that I went to on opening night said they only got forever only 15, and it's not one of those things you get over and over again. Like when I saw how big the sword is, like through pictures and promos and stuff, I was like, that's a lot of plastic. But it's probably very, very, very cheap plastic. And they're gonna make a shitload of them. Of course, they're not stupid. They're gonna make like I would expect at least 1 billion swords, And nope. And how do they how are they gonna restock when the theater I went to, a manager and somebody else confirmed that kind of stuff? It might be really cool to us, but they're not like a Target where like they have an endless supply depending on the sales of toys, like you buy 20, okay, that's selling, bring more of that. No, it's like a finite amount. And that might make it more coveted, but you would think that Mattel, like made more, you know, like a little bit more than that. AMC Theaters features exclusive collectibles like the Skeletor head. Oh, exclusive. Oh, you heard that, Lord? Did you hear that, Lord? Skeletor exclusive. And the tumblers, yeah. I really wanted the Cringer, but the theater that had the Cringers was further away, and I had to decide sword or Cringer, you know. And I have a Cringer. I have an original Cringer, Battle Cat, and I was like, whatever. I'll get the specs online and some hero that will eventually make it in 3D and like scan it and like put it online for free for everyone, so we could print our own. And I have to buy from fucking scalpers that they think they're gonna like make $300-$400 off of us, off of one of our most prized childhood, you know, memories. Like, you're gonna like extort us for that? I don't think so, man. Look, the sippy cup, first of all, like, it was gonna be really hard to drink out of. Second of all, it like breaks apart. So the sword is cool, and it would have been nice to wield, but you know, if it's like down to, did I not get one because of like scumbags out there, like the Pokemon scalpers too, that like sit there and like cut lines and like buy more than what they're supposed to, you know, and not let kids and others like, you know, get these opportunities too. Like, if it came down to that's the reason why I didn't get it, fine. I just did not want the reason to be because I went on a Saturday or something, and on opening night, which is the more logical, reasonable thing, they may not have any on opening, you know, after opening night. But not on literally opening day. I keep saying night. I went to the first show. Like, there's absolutely no reason why I'm the first person there on opening day in the theater, and there's no fucking sword. That's on fucking AMC. That's on the people that work there for A, not having either spines and respecting limits, or B, not giving a shit, or C, like taking that themselves, you know, or D, allowing people to come and not having like, I don't even want to say like courage. Maybe it's like people skills. Maybe is that you're lacking maybe personal people skills, maybe, because like, if you saw a bunch of people coming in, which we saw posting on online merch before actually going themselves to the theater, saying like, look, I went ahead of time and I got merch. I was able to get a sword and a Cringer and a blah blah blah, and I bought my ticket for Friday. You know, you start seeing posts like that on Wednesday. You're like, how the fucking people go ahead of time? Okay, fine. They're going to watch the movie eventually. Fine. They got a sword, one, you know, before Scalpers did. Fine. That's all good. But that's why there's rules and protocols, you know. And somebody at the theater, and at these theaters where many people are like, I didn't get a fucking sword, you know. Like, is it just a failure of like people skills? Like, did people are they like pushovers at this theater? Like, I'm trying to like really grasp, like, we're not talking about like Saturday I went and I didn't find a sword. No, like, this is opening day and I can't get a sword, like, because, you know, the previous night, a preview night, they're all gone. Something fishy's here, you know, like, and we got to look into if indeed that theater only got 15. Really, 15? You know, were you seeing people coming in and like standing in line? Did you ask them for tickets? Did you say like, show me proof? No, because I walked up to the counter, and even though I had a ticket, nobody asked me for it until I actually had to walk to like the theater, you know. And what do you do with that? Like, what do you like? You get there early, you're the first one, and the thing that they're supposed to have, they don't have it, Where'd it go? Oh, last night they all went. Really? You didn't keep any? You didn't separate any? Oh, you only got 15? Really? So, you know, it's a huge debate. And, you know, I was like, if there's one thing I'll never do is buy one online now, like on eBay. Because this was cool because I went to, you know, I still got something, you know, right? And something really, really cool. And this is probably going to be even cooler later because it's like really detailed. I don't know if you guys can see the popcorn bucket. No, that camera's down, but it's really, really like highly detailed. You can't see let me see. Hold on. It's really cool. His jaw moves. The top of his head opens. There's like a cavity in there. That's where I put my phone and my keys while I was watching the movie. And now I will store the bones and ashes of my enemies in there. Because, let me tell you. As soon as I figure out exactly how to make a sword of power, I'll share that with everyone. It's about time for a He-Man sword build anyways. You know, we've built a lot of stuff here too. Aside from doing animation stuff, we've built dioramas, Star Wars movie replica dioramas and little scenes, and recreated weapons from Halo, and did an official like Smithsonian Specs Jim Henson Kermit the Frog puppet. You know, I think a little sword shouldn't be an issue, you know. It should be pretty easy for us to, you know, accomplish. Anyways, at the end of the day, we're not pissed, you know. We're happy we watched the movie. It was as dope as we hoped. I hoped, you know. And wow, just trying to remember all of it. Not gonna go into it. This is just maybe part 1 of part 2. But yeah, it was pretty cool. There were some parts that deviated from canon, you know, since it really is like the closest thing we have to like the cartoons. You know, that's one thing I'll say. Now, saying that said, since it was so loyal to like the lore and canon He-Man, you know, what we know as the He-Man episodes and stories and worlds, for being that, you know, loyal to that, I will say it did deviate on a lot of things that you're just like, that's where you're gonna deviate on that, you know, like the beginning of the cartoon. What does it say? I am Adam, Prince of Eternity and Defender of the Secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer. My fearless friend, fabulous secret powers are revealed, blah, 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 and then it goes, what? I'm trying to get to the other part. What's the part where they talks about how many people know? Oh yeah, only 3 others share this secret. Our friends the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Now this is not a spoiler, but many people already know that. They're like, where's Orko? A lot of people have been saying like, Orko's not going to be in this movie. There's no Orko. All I got to say is like, if you saw this thumbnail, you probably already saw one with Orko, because like some idiots already, like even when I was doing the stream and I uploaded the thumbnail, I'm like, okay, let me like refresh and see. And other things came up and everything was like, oh my God, Orko. So Orko's not in the movie, but I will say, you might see him. That's it. And you already know that, so it's not like a spoiler. It's not even really a spoiler because he's not even in the movie. But canon He-Man fans will understand what I'm saying. you know, again, I'm not spoiling it. I'm sort of saying it in like magician's code. So like He-Man, you know, fan code. Only 3 others share this secret. That part was like a little like, I was a little disappointed there. Because it seems like a few more than 3 know the secret, you know? But you don't know, you know, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, you don't know. But you will know when you watch the movie. So again, that didn't spoil anything. Even if you sort of get what that means, like, right? I was like, okay, so is that part of the theme song or, you know, the little speech that He-Man gives in the cartoons? Okay. Got it. Doesn't apply here. I was like, okay, don't destroy anything else, okay? Stick to the fucking lore, man. I swear to fucking God. And then, what was the other one? That's not like a big reveal or something. The other one was... What was the other one? Whatever. There'll be more. I'll talk about this later on in the future in 2 seconds if like I can calm down from watching it because it was pretty cool.
By the power of Grayskull.
Anyways. I'm thinking, absolutely. So that every time that this shows up, like it deserves a studio audience. You can clap out there if you want. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Clap it up. Clap it up. With butt claps. Butt flaps. No. Yeah. What do you say? What do you say to this? What do you say to this, you know? You can't talk too much about it because it's like a little, you know, so I don't know how to like review it without talking about specifics. And I don't want to totally tank the stream and be like, all right, I'm going to say one spoiler so people go click. Before you go click, please remember to like and subscribe. And all you got to do is click down below one time. But, oh my goodness, man. Like, I was so scared, concerned, let's say, that the stuff that I saw in the early trailers, which was a lot of Earth stuff, like stuff on Earth. Like, I'm like, oh my God, didn't they learn from Masters of the Universe, the He-Man movie from like the 80s, live action? Didn't they learn that like Earth is like a big repellent to the fans? Like, the only thing from Earth is fucking He-Man's mom, and she ain't even that much from Earth. She's like a fucking astronaut jet fighter or something from like a squadron that deviated and went through some portal wormhole or something, ended up crashing into Eternia, you know, and you know, so no Earth in the He-Man lore. And then in the trailers there was a lot of Earth stuff. I'm like, how are they gonna pull this off? How many times in the cartoons did they show Earth? 0, right? 0. So why the fuck is the first thing that I'm seeing freaking Earth? And it was pretty cool the way they did it. And some of the like young like cute guy young like stuff that they did, I'm like, oh my God, is this gonna be another Love and Thunder? And it was actually not cheesy and actually pretty cool and a little bit wholesome, very wholesome. I did find a lot of wholesomeness in the movie, and lightly sort of just, you know, making a little bit of fun of ourselves, but not in the too like Hollywood. Now this like woke, anti-woke, all this political stuff. Like it's like so like polarized. It's like black and white. You know, I was like, oh my God, are they gonna do that? And then they're gonna lose this, or are they gonna do this and they're gonna lose that? And like, I'm able to balance things because I can think critically for myself. But some people are gonna be like, you should not put that on the He-Man movie. I don't think you should be talking that. Shut up, 52-year-old man with a beard in Crocs and basketball shorts in a quadruple XL He-Man shirt. Bro, please, okay, do you mind? Please, mind? Sit. You're blocking the whole screen, and it's a fucking IMAX. So, no, I did see a grown man almost cry at his family consoling him because of the sword thing. Whatever. Let's not dwell. So I think, it's not this account. All right, I thought we were already a little bit closer to 400 in chess, but oh yeah, by the way, this is a segue. We'll wrap up with a little bit more He-Man in a few minutes, but let's play a couple of rounds, just a few little rounds of bullet, quick, and you know, by the power of Grayskull, say a little prayer. Let's see, what does it say here in the official Church of Eternia Bible? How should we begin this bullet chess? So yeah, you see one of the core beliefs of this religion is number one, the power of Grayskull. At the heart of the faith lies the belief in the power of Grayskull, a divine force that represents the ultimate source of strength, wisdom, and goodness. This power resides within all beings and can be awakened through righteous living, self-improvement, and service to the others. Yeah, we got a tax ID and everything. We got it in the bag. Oh, yeah? Well, the Church of Eternia has spoken. I don't know. What am I doing? But anyways, it's still a real religion. I'm going to say it's a real religion, even though I believe in, you know, Iron Man. But, you know, I guess if I meet a girl and she's like Eternian, I'll convert. But, everybody fits in. See, it says everybody fits in. The deities are He-Man. He is the central figure, as you see there in the painting that I did on the roof of the Enterprise. That was actually a work they commissioned me for in the Enterprise, the Star Trek one. And they're like, look, does this like interest you up here? Do you think you could do something? And I was like, you guys had like this artist, I think, in one of those centuries. His name was like Michelangelo. It's like named after a turtle. And I could do something like that. And so I painted this with colored pencils on the roof. This is really big. This is like the opening of like a football stadium. It's that big. And I did it all with crayons and colored pencils. Yep. Anyways, the Sorceress of Grayskull, a revered figure who acts, if we are reading the word. Let us read the word correctly. The Sorceress of Grayskull. She is seen as a guide and mentor to the faithful. Skeletor, the embodiment of evil, representing greed, tyranny, and the desire for unchecked power. Followers of the Church of Eternia view Skeletor as the ultimate adversary. Ha! Skeletor, you don't scare me. Don't make me have to do it. Tila, a warrior goddess. Little inside joke there for the people that already saw the movie. Warrior goddess. And we have practices and rituals here at the Church of Eternia. For example, at the end of each Mass, we say,
By the power of
And then everybody like starts filing out of the pewters and exiting through the sides of the rows and out back to church. And well, there will be some Diet Coke and vanilla wafers. And then we have a daily invocation. So when we wake up in the mornings, we Eternians, believers and followers of the Church of Eternia, have a prayer that goes, by the power of Grayskull, I call upon the strength within me. May I be a beacon of justice, courage, and truth. Let He-Man's light guide my path, and may the darkness of Skeletor never take hold. I stand ready to defend the universe and uphold the Eternian code today and always. Amazing, right? Like, I went really deep. We have prayers, okay? And everybody, okay. So let us begin a little bit of chess. I like talk so much. I'm like, all right, we're gonna play chess, and then I go, form a cult. Just another day here. All right. Take the Church of Eternia thing down. Take it down. Take it down. All right. Whoa. What's that? What was that?
Congratulate.
Hey, like, I didn't actually plan that like that, or did I? But that's like perfectly centered. Look at that. Awesome. Nice. All right, that's it. Enough fucking around. You know what time it is, folks. It's Blunder's Maxing time. Is that how we like really do it? Who knows? Maybe it's like that. All I know is that somebody's about to get their asses pulled over if they don't play correctly. And I swear to God. All right. All right. We're at 209. So I played for like a whole day after we went under 200, and now we're above 200, but only at 209. And I'm going to tell you, I am full of power today after watching that movie and caffeine. So let's get ready to rumble here. And I would say, God, there's so many things. Like, I need to be a little more structured. I can't be doing these like impromptu shows. I only did it because I was so excited about the movie. And I was like, should I wait till tomorrow? And I'm like, tomorrow, no. Let me do one on Friday. And then, tomorrow, if like I have a better planned thing, I'll do something a little bit better planned. But I did want to get out there the merchandise situation, right? And see if it happened to, or I know it did, but like just like how big the magnitude is of this situation, how many other people were frustrated to get there on opening day and not have the thing that you wanted, whether it's Cringer or the sword. Can I relate? No, I can't. I don't understand what you're talking to. I just have to have this. No. All right. So, we're already like over an hour. Nice. Well, let's just go ahead and play a little bit. I want to capture. I want to see what we. Let's go ahead and let's throw our line in the water and just see what happens, huh? See what happens. Maybe we get to 300 miraculously in 2 or 3 games. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just stalling because I've already clicked like new game like 100 times. This whole time that I've been talking, I'm like, click. Okay. System wants to refresh, even though I literally just played right before I started it. All right, here we go. Don't make me. Don't make me. Oh, okay. We started already. I thought the thing. I thought the thing was still like bugging out. Wow, look at this. Delicious. Amazing. Go for it. Go for it. At this point, you might as well. There is not much to worry about. We have another person here who's playing like super dumb. And since this never happens in like good games, I will probably do something even stupider. So far, no, they're trapped. Yeah, you're trapped. Oh no, no, he can go down. He can go down. Just stay away from a dark square. Stay away from dark squares. Stay away from dark squares. Stay away from dark squares for now. This is like, it's like watching a cockroach after you step on it, you know? It's like a little bit, like, how are we gonna win here? Oh my God, we're not gonna win. Oh my God, we're not gonna win. Oh my God, we're not gonna, That's for talking shit for 15 seconds. 15 seconds we were talking shit. We're like, yeah, fucking, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and yeah, we're gonna kick ass, and maybe even maybe oh, all right. If we sink too much, it's over. Okay, like, I don't want He-Man Day to be ruined by bad games or something. Let's just say. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're playing at a level very low. So the strategy, the best strategy, is to do things like they're doing. That would never ever happen. Because if you start doing like good stuff, you might lose for playing good. That's my advice. Play bad if you're playing bullet below 400, and you're gonna win all the time. That's it. Queenie Queen's gone. She's a goner. But the point is, really, can we even finish this? Can we lock it down? Can we, as they say, seal the deal? Perhaps. Perhaps. Here. Eat my bishop. Oh. Okay. It's really hard to think when you can't think. Amazing. Amazing. How do we close the deal? We almost had it. We could have taken the rug, but it doesn't matter because we still can't get checkmate in 2 seconds. So if we did have checkmate, then that's the only thing that would have worked. Okay. I'm getting to the possible 3 in a row losing, and I swear to God, not today. Not today. Did the game start? All right. I just like giving myself a little handicap. You know, sometimes when I play bullets, I eat shit for like 10 seconds. You know, I know it's a 60-second game, and that's pretty much like spending 20% of your time eating shit. And if anybody knows that burning 20% of your time is the way to go, it's Magnus Carlsen. Okay? Magnus Carlsen will burn time. So that's my strategy. If I burn time, I will be surely like Magnus. I will surely be like Magnus Carlsen. I guess that's what we're doing. Just killing shit. Going to be okay. That's a good. I'm not even gonna try. My brain was like, chess. Oh yeah, you gotta resign. You gotta press it twice. That's what you do, boys and girls. You resign. If you do something very stupid, like give away your queen, don't keep trying to play like you know how to play. Like you're gonna figure out how to win. You're gonna still figure it out. If you couldn't figure out that if you are here and they go here and it's your turn, anything other than moving this means you're going to lose your queen. So unless that's part of your plan, like, oh, I wanted to lose the queen, just freaking resign, okay? Just fucking resign. Okay, so the aforementioned, I am not going to do this tonight. 3 games in a row lose is my cutoff. Is real. Okay, because I have way more He-Man stuff to do. Like, go and start trying to replicate the buckets. That's what we should do, actually. Like, somebody with the sword should make a mold of it and then, like, upload it. Or, you know, do it in 3D. Even though I've seen already some assets, 3D assets for He-Man stuff. The sword. And you could buy it in really nice, high detail. And probably print it yourself. It was massive. Like, the main part was, like, bigger than 2 hands, you know? I was like, wow, that's a big sword. And, yeah, we're going to have to apparently be replicating it. So that's going to be the stream for tonight. I just wanted to hop on here and fucking bitch about how on opening night, now, there might be other people complaining after, but the real thing is, like, if you went Friday night or Saturday, let's say Saturday, and you didn't find one of the main things, like a Cringer or a sword or a Skeletor head, okay. You didn't go to the first show, the second one. Hey, you might have gone, you know, to one of the last shows on opening night. That maybe that's why you didn't get it. But to be the first one in the theater on opening day and not get a sword, for them not having it, is unacceptable. Unacceptable. In no way is that cool. So I'm going to go now download the movie from my brain into the crystals. And I'm sure I had a lot of other stuff, but I'm going to save that for part 2. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow night. Be a little bit better prepared and more structured. As this was just a call to action to everybody else who didn't get a sword tonight. Leave a comment. Like this video. Sub for more stuff like this. We need you. We need you. And we thank you for your support. We have a lot of other stuff on this channel and many, many channel goals too, which you see right there in front of you. And we'll be hitting that and doing all that and all that stuff and more in the upcoming shows. Catch us tomorrow for another quick impromptu show, stream. And stay safe out there. Don't be trying to scalp swords, okay? It's not worth it. We'll just deal with it like all Eternians. All Eternians. Oh, and we'll finish too, wrapping up the story of how I came up with the Church of Eternia, so you can really see what it is. We'll catch that on part 2 on the next show. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the movie, and maybe tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about like some spoiler stuff. This was the no spoiler merch situation, merch scandal, a stream, non-spoiler, maybe tomorrow already. If you're a He-Man fan and you're watching this and you didn't go on Friday, shame on you. Because, like, why else go, then just wait. I could have waited. The only reason I went was really for, to get, the merch, because I could see this in, my own perfect, movie theater here inside my ship. And I would have been perfectly fine. And I'm still going to do that, yeah. So let's see what we'll bring you tomorrow. We'll probably bring you a couple of more little surprises. You saw the merch cam there. You saw what we got. Probably keep that up. And then talk to you about our upcoming stuff. Like with Freddy, the fashion frog, and how our upcoming pop-up shop is doing. We are creating it and scaling it, and we're almost ready to open. We said one of the last streams that we're not opening this weekend. We're launching perhaps next weekend. For sure the week after, but maybe I'll do it sooner on the weekend. This weekend was all about He-Man. So in order to keep it all about He-Man, I'm going to sign off now and digest everything and go clean the butter off my Skeletor head, and see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining, and don't miss that. I guarantee you it'll be just as unrehearsed, and we're still gonna wing it. So prepare yourself for some possible crazy shit.